I'm Mike Wright. This is my wife, Kim. This is Carter and Cameron. And we've lived in Harmony since 2017. Family atmosphere. Like when we drove out here the first couple of times, we just saw lots of families walking around and strollers. At that point, we had this little one. This one didn't exist yet, and a lot of families with strollers, a lot of bicycles and kids running around. And for me, it reminded me of the way I grew up and being able to walk around and bike around and not feel like I was going to get into too much trouble, but could actually explore and have a good time in my neighborhood. And it kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, that small town feel was really, really charming when we came in.
Yeah. So we lived in Jensen Beach before here. We were just a few miles from the beach. It was a very beachy town. A lot of kind of tiki hut style restaurants, and so that vibe was quite a bit different than here. It was really, really busy during what they called season, when the snowbirds and all would come into town, and so we had these waves of when everything was really busy and vibrant, and then it would quiet back down for the rest of the year. Here it's just kind of quiet all the time. So it's nice to just be able to walk around the neighborhood and not have a lot of traffic and all that going on. I don't know. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The restaurants are different, but you can get into them year round, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Being here.
I think the story that I usually tell people is before we had even officially moved in, we were building our house in November, and it wasn't done yet. And so we had been coming into Harmony about every week, on the weekends to check progress, look around. And we came in one weekend and there was a card on our kitchen island of our unfinished house. And it was an invitation to a cordgrass to a street Friendsgiving, like a Thanksgiving event. So it's like our house wasn't even finished yet. We hadn't even moved in, and we're getting invited to like this street, party for Thanksgiving. And so we came. We weren't even officially their neighbors yet, but our kids were running around, and it was really neat to just be a part of a community like that before we had even moved in.
Yeah,
so,
really nice chance to meet all our neighbors and get to know everybody in a relaxed, early environment.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so my background, right out of undergrad, I ended up working, getting a job at a Army post at a military installation, and so I've ended up working in defense ever since. So that was 2001, and so I've been doing it for 20 plus years, I guess now. So yeah, mostly now on the business side. So I'm focused on business growth within the defense industry.
And I'm a nurse. I've been in ER and trauma for the last 20 years. I'm currently a trauma program director for a local area trauma center. So that keeps me plenty busy.
Before the pandemic, I would have said concerts and theme parks, and we usually go to 2 to 3 concerts a year. We usually we used to go to theme parks about every weekend, it seemed like. But yeah, since the pandemic, a lot of that has obviously gotten slowed down. We used to go on cruises. We used to be a lot of fun, before the pandemic. Since COVID, it's been a lot more, going for walks around the neighborhood, going to the farmers market, just finding things to do that are less crowded, less busy.
A lot of outdoor exploring.
Yeah, a lot of outdoors.
Yeah.
Yep.
The lily pond loop, we've done that a few times.
Yeah, the trails out here are great.
That's a nice feature.
Get these kids in the woods for a little bit. I would really say check out the trails. I think they're underutilized. I'm torn because part of me doesn't want more people out there, but they're a great resource. The Nature and Animal Committee does a great job taking care of them. I know. We'll go get some water in just a few minutes.
The trails and the sidewalks and the pathways and the playgrounds. There's really everything is just very well kept here and a lot of fun for. Something for kind of all ages. There's a pizza place, so teens can go get a slice of pizza, and there's no there's no shortage of places to explore. So.